KD had some things to say, Rob G. Some interesting things to say, didn't he?
KD
wasn't that interesting to me.
Oh, gosh. Kevin Durant was the latest guest on the Mind the Game podcast. It was actually the second part of his interview, aired on Tuesday morning. And during the conversation, Kevin Durant was discussing the importance of being committed and locked in to the day-to-day process. That's part of the reason why he's been able to play so long, why LeBron's been able to play so long, Steph Curry, guys like that, is because they understand that part of longevity means falling in love with the process. Well, during the course of his answer,
it's not because they don't play tough defense anymore and it's easier to score than ever before.
Trying to tee you up, guys.
We're trying to hear what he had to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
We're
ahead.
trying to hear what he had to say.
During the course of his
Sorry about
answer, as he was explaining the importance of being locked in, KD may or may not have taken a shot at your favorite player. Take a listen.
You got to recommit to this game. Just like you sign a new contract, every time you get better as a player, I truly feel that you got to recommit and sign that contract with yourself every so often. Like, all right, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships. Like, but do I still want to do this? You know what I'm saying?
Because you know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Well, some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No,
so this is always going to be interesting.
You know the hardest thing to do is to hit a baseball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, nobody debating that.
Okay.
Where did that come from? And you just mad at somebody else at 150. We were talking about just a moment ago. Couple of things here. So KD obviously has some words for Jordan, or took a shot at Jordan for sure. I mean, clearly that was to Michael Jordan. A couple of things I want to break down here. I think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. And I think he's been a remarkable career. And I think LeBron, you could argue, is the best. That's a story for another day. But I do
think
just
a cop out.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, no, I don't.
Just make a pick.
No,
make a pick.
No, because they're two different things.
No, it's not.
Somebody can.
Who's the greatest basketball player ever played in the NBA?
Michael Jordan.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Right.
Okay,
and if you ask me who's the best,
no, he's not the best. And that doesn't make sense. It's like the Steph Curry thing. He's the greatest shooter of all time, but in the biggest spot when I need a basket, I don't want him to shoot.
Right, because
that doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it is, because you're simplifying something
that's
not that simple.
It is simple.
Steph Curry makes 99% of the shots that most people on earth can't make.
No.
But if you ask for him to just take one, yeah, I'm with you. Give me Reggie Miller. Give me Damian Lillard. There's a handful. Larry Bird. There's a handful of guys.
That's what makes you the greatest shooter.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
One shot does not make you the greatest shooter.
No, it's about making. He hasn't made one.
But
that's the
shot,
issue.
No,
he hasn't made one. That's the issue.
One shot does not make you the greatest shooter. That's not even.
Disagree.
And that's fine. You the one brought up Steph Curry. So back to what I was trying to say. The only thing I'll say about this is I do agree that I think we have lionized Jordan in the fact that as if he was infallible, nothing went wrong. And that's my only part where I have an issue with Jordan's
It sounds like
legacy.
You didn't cover Michael, because I was there. And he was not – at the start of his career, I could go back and show you newspaper stories when he scored the 63
I'm not
points.
talking. No.
Nobody said he was perfect or he was
You want me
the
to go or
greatest.
you want to go? I said you can go, so let me go. Michael Jordan, I'm not talking about on a night where he might have shot 7 for 25 in real time. Yeah, I'm sure somebody he had an off night. I'm talking about now, where we now are so far away from it, all we will say is he was 6-0. And I just said he's the greatest, but I do think it's okay to nitpick like we do. When you're bringing up the greatest of somebody, that means we have to find small things to nitpick in the challenge. And my nitpicks with Jordan would be a couple of things. One, those 7 years that he didn't do anything, where he was losing to Magic, he was losing Isaiah, he was losing to Bird, he was losing to these guys, and losing to the guys who were, quote-unquote, better than him, where other guys would be criticized for losing to people who we thought were better than them. They would be criticized. Why is he losing to Kobe? Why is he losing to this person? Why is he losing to Steph? Most people get criticized for that. Jordan doesn't often get criticized for that. I think that's a fair point. I also think it's a fair point when you talk about how many times he got swept in the first round or didn't make it out of the first round, or when you talk about he couldn't beat Isaiah Thomas and those Pistons teams until Isaiah Thomas retired a couple years later, and so did Bill Laimbeer and some of those guys. I think that's a fair point. You're just you got to start nitpicking. And then also what his point was, Michael Jordan himself said, I couldn't have just survived in the Twitter era. He said, because I'm so big into privacy. And he talked about how, for him, that was a challenge for him, the mental aspect. He said, physically, I'm already worn out, but mentally, I'm super drained. And that's why he retired and went on to play baseball. And I do believe that is a part of what made Kobe Bryant great, what made LeBron great, that they have to have dealt with criticism from all angles in new mediums that nobody else has ever had to deal with, and then still show up. When LeBron became the black hat for the first time in his life, out and was playing the Mavericks, he didn't fold and then go away. I can't take the criticism and I'm going to wait. He went and got better and came back and won. Kobe Bryant was coming back to L.A. on a helicopter from a trial, a literal trial, fighting prison time and playing games and balling out. And so I fully understand stuff goes on, but Michael Jordan needed a break, a reprieve after 8-9 years to go play baseball for a couple years. Then he came back, played a few more years. Then he retired again came back a couple years. So all I'm saying is it's okay to criticize Michael Jordan. He can still be the GOAT, but it is okay to say that he had some fallacies. Some things that he was not the best at, or he had some things where he made some mistakes, or that I didn't like that he did that. And that's all I'm saying. I think it's okay to point those out and yet still can say he's the greatest. Similarly, the way we'll do with LeBron.
No, you make an excuse. You're like the biggest, I'm dead serious, the biggest LeBron apologist I've ever heard.
That's the furthest thing
No, I'm
going
to tell you.
No,
listen to me. Listen to me. I think you are, and that's why people think you're like on the payroll. You're on the payroll
sit here every
because
day, Rob G.
you are the biggest
How much do
LeBron
I criticize?
apologist.
Rob G.
No matter what.
How much do I criticize LeBron?
Nobody was good in Cleveland. LeBron didn't have
Facts.
anybody. When Michael Jordan went to Chicago, what did the Bulls win? Scottie Pippen was this great player, but he never won Finals MVP, even though he was so great, and he's the reason Michael Jordan won. This is the nonsense. I'm just hear me out. This is what people try to make up some scenario. Oh, the only thing you talk about is Michael Jordan being 6-0. No, he was a scoring leader 10 straight times. He won so many awards defensively. He did everything. Nobody's saying he's perfect, but this whole notion that the reason LeBron didn't win is because there's Twitter, or the reason that he didn't win is because Skip Bayless and Rob Parker and Chris Broussard had a morning show on ESPN. Turn the show off. Really? Come on, man. That is weak. That's the reason that LeBron didn't win is because there was debate sports talk show, or because some guy in his mother's basement is tweeting about LeBron and he can't handle it. Oh my God. This is what you're talking about.
That's not at all what we're talking about.
I can't handle it.
We actually said the point was that he played through that. That was the point. You completely missed the whole point.
Everybody's like, oh, LeBron. He's the one who put on his back in a tattoo, the chosen one. He's the one who called himself the king. That wasn't anybody else. When you do that, you put a target on your back when you talk about you're the king and you're the chosen one. And then you want to bellyache about it. You go from team to team trying to stack your freaking team, and you still don't win. You still lose more than any other NBA MVP in the history of the sport. You come to L.A., you complain that I don't have anybody. AD, that's not good enough. We need more players. You get Luka, one of the best players in the league. You still get knocked out in the first round. You're going to blame everybody. He never takes responsibility that it's him or that he made the move. You talk about Cleveland doing anything. Oh, Cleveland didn't do anything, the front office. He's the one who went and got Westbrook.
You know what the best
part
about this is?
Did he get Westbrook, or did the Lakers get Westbrook?
You know what the best part about this is?
Ridiculous.
You say I'm the homer for LeBron,
yes,
which is the furthest thing from the truth. You're so obsessed with him, you didn't even have anything to say about Michael Jordan. The whole point of this was what KD said about Jordan.
No. The whole point is that no matter what, and this is why you can't be honest and just say
I can't be honest.
Michael Jordan is the greatest.
Yeah, I just said it. That's
no,
how
you
I started
didn't.
it.
Because you started out where you have to put out that LeBron is the best to you.
No, Michael
that makes
Jordan
no
is
sense to me.
It does. I
No,
can
it
explain
doesn't.
it. First of all, Michael Jordan is the greatest. And you
LeBron
sit here,
is the best.
And
is that right?
That's another conversation.
No,
I can explain that.
No, it's not.
We sit here every single day, you, me, Rob G, Alex, and Steve, and I will be the first one to tell you LeBron needs to give up the rock more. I'll be the first one to tell you, LeBron, I don't like that your son is coming up and down off the G League. Keep him down there. I'll be the first one to tell you, what do I call him, Alex? The Ole-Gers, because he don't play any defense. I'll be the first one to tell you, he's the most passive-aggressive person on social media. You just lost by 40. Not saying you can't be on it, but they're calling me the Wash King. Look at me. I had the 25 points tonight. I'll be the first one. I have no problem criticism. He don't owe me nothing. I don't owe him nothing. I will criticize him. I'll criticize anybody. I'll even criticize Aaron Rodgers. I will, because you won't.
Rob G, when Aaron Rodgers went to New York to play for the Jets, what did I say? I said it was a mistake, and he made a mistake, and it would come back to be a mistake on his career. Okay? So you could go here and say, I never said anything about Aaron. I could send you many videos.
Oh, don't you want me to send you many videos? You won't send me many. You'll send me one. That's the one.
I'll send you plenty of videos.
It's going to be different angles of the same video.
No, it ain't. It's so ridiculous.
So you get that fired up about LeBron. I'm feeling like you love LeBron more than me.
I'm just
all
tired
I was
of
simply
it.
trying to
It's
say
just the
was
same thing.
Michael Jordan.
LeBron, he had to play. He had to play when they have TV sets on.
You brought it up.
And they said something. And Skip Bayless said something about LeBron. I don't know how he even competed.
Let me tell you
I don't even know how he even played.
Let me tell you somebody
Oh my
who
God, there
I
was
would
a
never
morning
bring up.
show on.
Skip Bayless.
You know what? Don't turn the TV on. Don't go to Twitter. Don't go to IG if you're so worked up about social media that you can't exist.
Why are you so worked up about LeBron?
It's so ridiculous.
My goodness. Why are you so worked up about him?
Rob G, what's the topic here? I mean, what are we doing?
That's the point. You got so worked up, you done went all over there.